everybody, this week is Peony week. Coral Charm peonies, my favorites. Why are these my favorite flowers? Well, first of all, because they transform. They're probably the most transformative flowers that you'll ever see. So when they arrive, they come like a ball, and immediately as soon as they get into water, they pop open. Like within a few hours, they pop open into this phase. And then over the next few days, their color transitions from like a deep coral all the way through to like a faded peach. So they really are very captivating flowers. We have some double petaled tulips. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret. These ones that I'm using are over a week old. So when yours arrive, they're going to be closed, they're going to look like tulips, but over time, they're going to open up like this. Thimbleberry. So I'm going to say that again because I'm not sure if everyone can understand me. Thimbleberry. So Thimbleberry grows in the Bay Area. And this is obviously like a few days before you're going to get it. So these flowers, they can be white, and it can also have little dark pods of fruit on it as well. It's really resilient. It's got these like furry, very furry leaves to it, and they're really wide. So they're almost as big as a maple leaf, but completely green. Very short season, and actually it comes from Louie. He grows it on his estate up in Half Moon Bay. So this is from Mel in San Diego. So you might have seen some photos of this the back end of last year before it bloomed. So Waxflower takes a while to bloom, but then when it does, it has a great fragrance to it, and it's really resilient and lasts for a really good amount of time. So we're going to start with the Thimbleberry first. So what I suggest you do is, if you have any kind of loose stems that are falling below the waterline, just cut those off. Just give the ends a fresh cut. They are shorter stems, honestly. And then we're just going to put them both either side. So one either side, sorry, one on the right side and the other on the left side. We're going to add our focal flowers next. Now, I've put these in water this morning, so they've already started to open up a bit. So don't be disappointed if your peonies arrive and they're much tighter. I promise you, after like 12 hours, they'll already start to open up. So actually what we do with them is we keep them in a cooler. We actually don't keep them in water at all, because this variety of peony, as soon as it goes into water, they just pop. So just strip any leaves that fall below the waterline from these. I did put 3 in, and they are very expensive flowers. So these are really kind of the most special part of the arrangement this week. They're actually grown in Oregon. So the season for peonies in the Bay Area has just finished. And then we transitioned to Oregon, which is actually perfect because the Oregon peonies, you notice that they have like really strong stems, and normally the wider the stem, the bigger the head, the bigger the head, the bigger the bloom. So they do create like really good quality peonies, which is exactly what we want. So I'm just putting them in the middle of the Thimbleberry, like so. So we want to add a little bit more structure into the arrangement. So we're going to add in the Waxflower. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting these kind of the pieces into multiple pieces just to make them a bit more manageable. And then I'm just adding it around the perimeter of the vase, because the greenery is really nice to create shape, the Thimbleberry, but it doesn't give a huge amount of structure. So really, we're going to use the Waxflower to help us to add that structure to the arrangement. So you just want to use it to create a little bit more substance. You can add it in between the peonies. And then at the sides and at the back as well. I'm going to keep these pieces that I have here, and I'm going to add them in at the end. So I think that we have enough now. Let's add the tulips in, and then these other additional pieces that we have, we'll put those in afterwards. And then add the tulips in last. Remember, they're going to take a couple of days to open up. You can absolutely bend the petals inside out. I've done that too. You just bend them inside out to open them up. And there we have it. This is the one thing I love about May, Coral Charm Peonies.